So, you're thinking about moving to the greater Lansing, Michigan area, and you're wondering, what are Lansing's political views? Do they go left? Do they go right? They typically red? Do they typically go blue? Well, in this video, I'm gonna share with you some statistics from the last presidential election, and I'm gonna go county by county so that you have an idea of where Lansing, Michigan landed in the last presidential election. And stick around until the end because you're gonna hear my views on politics. So sit back, relax, because we're going to attack this very fun topic of politics in Lansing, Michigan life right now. Hey everybody, Troy Seifert here with the Capital Area Real Estate Specialist in the greater Lansing, Michigan area. And we get phone calls from people who are watching this channel who are just like you, people who are looking to move to the greater Lansing, Michigan area. They're looking to buy a house, or maybe they're relocating and they're going to a different state and they're looking to sell a house. And if that's you, please feel free to call, text, email me, or schedule a Zoom link. All that information is in the description below. Also, if you could, I would greatly appreciate it, whether this is your first time or it's your 10th time on this channel, if you could please like, subscribe, or ring the bell for any notifications. You can then be notified when Lansing, Michigan Life has a brand new episode that goes live, which is usually about once or twice a week. And even if you're looking to move 9 days, 90 days, 9 months from now, reach out anytime because I would be happy to discuss with you your real estate goals. All right, so we're gonna do this fun topic of politics. Everyone just loves talking about it, right? And some of you are sitting there going, Troy, why are you talking about such a divisive topic? Well, part of the reason is when I have clients look into areas in the greater Lansing area who are looking to buy in Lansing who might not be so familiar with it, one of the things that comes up is, hey, how liberal are they? How conservative are they? That is something that crosses their mind because you want to live in an area potentially where people have the same ideological views as you. That's something that can be very important. And so the purpose of this video is to be able to share with you some data of where Lansing, Michigan is in regards to this past presidential election according to the 2024 results. So even if this video stays on the internet for the next 10, 15, 20 years, it still can last quite a long time because, hey, you're seeing what the results were in 2024 for the elections. So in 2024, the results in Michigan were extremely close. I mean, just overall, the presidential race was extremely close. And when the people of Michigan voted, President Trump had 49.7% of the votes, and Vice President Harris had 48.3% of the vote. So that's like a difference of 1.4%. It was very close in Michigan. In fact, it was one of the battleground states for this election. Obviously, there might be some places that are more conservative, some places that are more liberal, okay? And that's all throughout the state. I mean, Michigan's a very large state. The Minton State you have here, you have the Lower Peninsula, and then you have the Upper Peninsula up above. So we're just gonna be focusing on 4 counties in Michigan or in the greater Lansing area. So these 4 counties make up a majority of the greater Lansing area, which is around 500,000 people. So the first county that I'm gonna talk about in regards to the statistics is Eaton County. Eaton County is located on the western part of the greater Lansing area. So right here is Lansing, this good old trusty map that I have of the Lansing area. Right here in the center is Lansing, so we're going to the western part right over here. And Eaton County, as far as the voter turnout was, 77% of those registered to vote turned out to vote in Eaton County. And I'm bringing up the voter turnout so you can have an idea of how much of the population did actually come out because maybe there was a bunch of people that decided not to vote this election cycle, which there's some people I know that just didn't vote and they just didn't care to vote, right? So 77% of the county did turn out to vote. And the amount of votes that were cast were 65,500 votes. In Eaton County, this includes Grand Ledge, Eagle, Delta Township, Charlotte, and Potterville. All of these cities are represented in Eaton County. Now there are like little pockets of other cities that might have a sliver inside of Eaton County, okay? I'm just talking about the more highly populated areas in this area, because if you're researching suburbs, these are the ones that you're gonna mostly find that are part of Eaton County. So 65,500 votes were cast, 50.3% went to President Trump, and 48.2% went to Vice President Harris. So a difference of about 2.1%. Pretty close right there, right? So pretty even. The next county I'm going to be talking about, we just talked about Eaton, western part. Now I'm gonna go to the north, which is north of Lansing, Clinton County. So Clinton County would include the cities of St. John's, DeWitt, Bath, 𝐉𝐸-𝐿𝐶, small little city there that's northeast of Lansing, Westphalia, Maple Rapids. Again, there are some parts of Grand Ledge that might be in Clinton County. There are some parts of Lansing that are in Clinton County, but that's a small sliver, okay? I'm talking about the cities predominantly make up Clinton County. For the turnout, 76% of those registered to vote turned out. There were a total of 50,000 votes in that area. A little bit smaller than Eaton County. And when the vote came in, 53% of the county went for President Trump, 45% went for Vice President Harris. Now, the one thing I'll tell you, when I looked at some of the more detailed results, when you got to DeWitt ended up being maybe 55% towards Harris, 45% towards President Trump. Then when you got further north into St. John's, 𝐉𝐸-𝐿𝐶, there was a spread of more people going for President Trump than Vice President Harris. So just to let you know, these are pure facts, pure data for you to be able to know in each of the areas. So we did Eaton County, Clinton County. Next up is Ingham County. Now, Ingham County is the most populated county of all of the greater Lansing area. And this area includes Lansing, it includes Okemos, Hazlitt, Williamston, Holt, Mason, Leslie, East Lansing. Huge amount of people in Ingham County. And if you've been watching my videos, you heard several of the cities that I've already featured in there. So out of all the people that were registered to vote, there was a 67% voter turnout. So a third of the people in those areas didn't even vote. But there were a total of 149,000 votes cast. And in Ingham County, 63% went to Vice President Harris, 34% went to President Trump. Pretty large spread there, almost 30%. So Ingham County predominantly tends to lean to the left or is blue. And lastly, the last county that I want to feature is Shiawassee County. And I still feel like Shiawassee County is an important one to feature because yes, it might be about 25-30 minutes out, but I have plenty of clients that live in some of these cities that are representative of Shiawassee County. So Shiawassee County would include Lanesburg, Perry, 𝐿𝐴𝐻, so that's about 40-45 minutes away. But it's like, so, Eaton, we went to the west, and then Clinton to the north. Ingham is close to the center and towards the south part. I know I didn't do that the last time, so south and central. And then Shiawassee County is more to the east and maybe a little bit towards the north. So, just the eastern part of Lansing area. So that's closer to the Flint area because Flint is about 45 minutes east of where Lansing is, depending on where you live. So in Shiawassee County, there was a 79% voter turnout. 41,000 votes were cast, which out of these four counties, this one had the least amount of people out of the four counties. But there's, again, still 41,000. And some of these areas, like I don't really do a whole lot of work in Corunna and Durand. Not so much in 𝐿𝐴𝐻, but Lanesburg, Perry, that still is part of Shiawassee area. There are, again, some parts of Lansing or even in Hazlitt that might be a part of Shiawassee. So that's, again, why I'm featuring this. So 41,000 votes were cast, 79% voter turnout, 61% of those who voted went for President Trump, and 38% went for Vice President Harris. So those are the stats right there if you are wanting to know factually where people stand in the greater Lansing area as far as what their political views are. Now, in the beginning, I told you stay tuned until the end for what my views are, because I also feel like this is important to say. If you look at the stats, there are plenty of people from both sides of the aisle. There are plenty of people that are liberal, plenty of people that are conservative, plenty of people that lean red, plenty of people that lean blue. And I have plenty of my own friends that are on both sides of the aisle. And you know what? We all get along. And right now I feel like our country is very divided, very divided. And wherever you choose to live, I say first and foremost, when you're looking to buy a house in the Lansing area, I would encourage you in this, because everyone has their list of musts, right? So for some of you watching this, hey, I'm gonna live in this area because this is, this is where I wanna be, and these are my views. Okay, that's fine, that's completely fine. But if, let's say you find a house that you absolutely love, that checks all of your boxes, but it's in an area that you might not, that might not be as strong to the left or strong to the right as what you would want, you're gonna have plenty of people that are gonna give you some camaraderie a little bit, okay? It's not like you're gonna be all by yourself and you're gonna be the only person with that view. You will have some support, but B, sometimes I feel like it's healthy, is extremely healthy to have people from all walks of life in your life. And to be able to have conversations and to be able to engage with each other and not make politics your identity, because I feel each and every person has a stronger identity to themselves than just politics. So there you have it, my view right there. Maybe you're a little bit let down. You thought I was gonna share what my political views are, but you can ask anybody that I know. That's where I land on stuff like this. I don't look at person as a Democrat or a Republican. I look at them as a person, and so should everybody else. So with that being said, I'm gonna end this episode of Lansing Michigan Life on a positive note, right? I feel it's a positive thing. So if you're looking, again, to buy or even sell in the greater Lansing, Michigan area, don't forget to check out in the description below all of my contact information. Feel free to call, text, email, schedule a Zoom with me. And again, I would be happy to be able to talk with you. Also, please like, subscribe, or ring the bell for any notifications if you like what you saw, because then you will be one of the first to be notified when a new episode of Lansing Michigan Life goes live. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you tuning in to what I guess I would call like a very tough topic to talk about, and I'm not afraid to address it. So thanks for watching. Hopefully this is very informative for you, and until next time, have a great day.